Hello everyone and welcome back to Arena Aftermath, your weekly recap of everything Summoner's War World Arena Championship. This week on Arena Aftermath, we're going to be recapping Group Stage D that happened last Saturday, the final group stage before the America's Cup proper on August 31st. My name is Evan, but I'm not alone at the table. I'm joined by Stoic and Makeitabud. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing excellent.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. So, we had a lot of cool moments on Saturday. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results of that tournament. Here we go, in match 1, Truffle Salad managed to 2-0 TopaV, doing the impossible and moving forward to winner's match. Then in match 2, Michaelyan claimed a 2-1 victory over Faint Memory, sending him into loser's bracket.
And in that winner's match, Michaelyan taking it over Truffle Salad, putting Truffle Salad into that loser bracket, and Michaelyan moving forward to the LA final. And in that first loser's match, we had TopaV, Faint Memory, and TopaV 2-0ing Faint Memory for a huge upset.
And so in the last chance match there, you actually have Truffle Salad and TopaV. And TopaV actually started that match down 0-1, but he was able to persevere and win 2 straight to punch his way to the America's Cup and get that last ticket.
That's right. And now we actually have the opportunity to speak with Michaelyan, our first winner from last Saturday, now going to the America's Cup as a high seed. Let's look at some highlights from some of his matches.
So we see here this draft where he goes against Faint Memory, has his Artemil in play. Faint Memory going with a lot of control with the Jemire, Okeanos, and Hathor. And actually, this Daphnis is able to snipe out Sierra, but at the end of the day here, Michaelyan's Artemil is just really strong. He's able to stun up that Daphnis and then sequentially do more damage, kill it, and then stun that Jemire, and then stun that Okeanos. That Artemil just having a giant stun rate. And then here in this match, Michaelyan actually brings in the Triana and actually loses the first game, but then manages to come back and win 2 straight by, again, leveraging that Artemil and then using that Vertihile and Ethna to gain a lot of turns, doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, if you don't bring anything to counter that Ada, it's really going to do its job and be very, very toxic throughout the match. So if you can't land any defense breaks or keep that unit down from taking any turns, it can be very toxic.
Yeah, and then Michaelyan using that Elucia to great effect here to counter that Vert and essentially control Truffle Salad's entire team there. Great plays, great drafts.
Yes, it was a really fun show to watch. Michaelyan, you're on right now. How are you doing? How are you feeling after those games on Saturday?
I'm good. I'm so excited that I went through. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. You did a great job. Now, let me ask you this. Is there anybody that you're afraid to fight? Because you said before, there are no weak links at this tournament. This is the best of the best.
I would say every player is strong, and I didn't even expect that I can make the America's Cup. If you want me to name a player, I would say Tiger, because he has a ton of LD units. I fought him a few times in RTA. I won probably once or twice because I like him. Otherwise, I don't think I have a chance against him. Yeah, he has great runes, great units. It's not like today Faint Memory has really strong runes, but his lack of some powerful LD units. That's why I had a chance.
But yeah, I think you did great. You put on a great show today. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You're the high seed winner from Group Stage D. Now, with that said, what did you do to prepare for Group Stage D?
I'm known as an Artemil user, rely on Artemil all the time. When I know that I'm qualified for SWC, there's a pick and ban. My opponent can ban my Artemil. So I was just preparing without using Artemil. So I reroom all my units be more versatile, more standard, the meta units like Fran and Vertihile and Water Monkey.
Speaking about meta units and standard units, we saw you bring in that Elucia today. What gave you the idea to bring that in, and what prompted you to bring that in and prepare it?
Elucia has really good kits: freeze, heal, give an attack bar, and sleep. She's really good against the water paladin because can reset and sleep 2 turns. Basically, that Juice does nothing. That's why I use her.
Very nice play. Well, I liked seeing it in play. It's not a unit we see often. So really innovative play with it, and I really like the way you used it.
Thanks.
totally agree. I do lean on that Ada just as much as you lean on Ada. And then where you have to start spreading out your runes on other things that people are drafting, very meta units. And I think you did that. You had pretty good threat assessment as well. You had some luck on your side throughout the tournament too, though. But it really did. It worked into your favor, and it was awesome to see you do well.
I used to run team like a turn 2 team, just everyone on wheel and bruiser, then change it like move a lot of units on flip. So try to go first turn. So it sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, especially against strong LD units. I guess that's how people felt against me before when I just run the LD turn 2 team.
You did an awesome job today. And Michaelyan, I just wanted to thank you again for taking the time to have this interview with us. I can't wait to see you at the America's Cup on August 31st.
Thank you. See you guys in LA.
See you then.
In LA.
Take care.
Thank you again to Michaelyan for taking the time to have that interview with us. And now we have one more interview with our second winner from Saturday. It's TopaV, who came all the way back up through loser's bracket. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those matches that brought him here.
So we see in here TopaV is playing Truffle Salad. I believe this is the first matchup that they had. Unfortunately, not getting the defense break on Steer, which cost him that game, and then Vertihile just dying to a dot there. So very unfortunate. However, this Diana was able to proc, but at the end of the day, this Antari is just too much damage over time, and TopaV was unable to sustain and really to compete against that Antares there.
I do believe it was the bans that kind of went wrong in that very first match. Truffle Salad did get the 2-0 on a TopaV and putting TopaV into that lower bracket.
Yeah, and at the same time, this Amduat nearly stunning the entire team. But then TopaV is in the loser's bracket, but then claws his way back to victory when Faint Memory does not destroy the Hathor first. So Hathor is able to sleep off the entire team, which basically ends the game on the spot. So TopaV takes the first one easily. And then in the second one, as we'll see later, but in the first one, TopaV basically takes the first one easily. Second one, TopaV again able to use Yunhong, Gani, Vertihile very effectively.
Yep, you can see that combination between the two of them. That's what really took Faint Memory down in that second match. The Ganymede, the Yunhong, and then they just kept playing back. And those huge second skills coming from Yunhong, doing so much damage on a Faint Memory.
Yeah, and this was a very back and forth. Actually could have gone either way, but at the end of the day, that Yunhong got that final proc, which allowed him to take out Faint Memory.
And this was a great revenge match between Truffle Salad and TopaV. TopaV was able to get his bread and butter on that third match.
And and actually, if you talk about fortitude, TopaV started off the series down 0-1, but managed to find a way to come back and win 2 straight against Truffle Salad. Able to leverage that, his drafting abilities with the Josephines, and then in this final match, having Gani Hathor in the draft, and then using Elucia, Gani, Oki, just a great effect and just controlling Truffle Salad from beginning to end.
Yeah, he really did. And that was an incredible match to watch. Some might say it was some of our favorite matches to watch there at the end.
Yeah, definitely was. TopaV, you're on the line right now for the interview. How are you? How are you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing good. Very excited.
That's great. And this is your third time at SWC America's Cup?
Yes.
That's super exciting, and I just wanted to thank you for giving us some of the most exciting matches that we've had in the group stages thus far. It was pretty incredible to watch.
And I was just curious, I know you typically stream a lot, but we hadn't seen you streaming. What kind of prep did you do coming into this match?
I didn't actually prep a whole lot. I knew that I had basically done everything that I could. Was hiding a couple of units, like the Zarya. We saw that in a game 2 against Truffle Salad. So I did have a couple of threats, but they were already created before the preliminaries too.
Nice. So after that first 2-0 against Truffle Salad, when you knew you were going up against him in that final match, what were your thoughts? Were you ready to draft something different? Did you have a new plan going into him?
It was mainly the same plan, but I just dropped Daphnis completely out of my draft, given that Daphnis really didn't perform very well in the first games against him.
And what were your thoughts when you were able to get that Gani Hathor in that very last match?
Exactly.
Where
Got
he
the bread
did
and
not-
butter.
When he took that Fran first and basically said, hey Topa, you can play whatever style you want that you're used to. Have your Gani Hathor, enjoy. What do you think of that?
I was very surprised. Obviously, in the first game, I actually banned the Hathor for Hathor away. So third game, you would expect I to do the same thing. But decided, because I was expecting him to take the Hathor, which would leave me with the Fran. But getting the Gani Hathor is obviously a very pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, you got to play with your favorite kind of team. So is crowd control your definite favorite way to play?
Definitely, yes.
It shows you play it really well. You have a knack for reading attack bars and also keeping in mind on cooldown times, which is something I personally need to work on.
And threat assessment on top of that. You had great threat assessment going against Truffle Salad, and I think that's what really won you that match. You had a lot of RNG, and I think you know that's why your luck meter was like so high up there. But man, you had great threat assessment and great RNG as well.
Thank you so much, Topa, for taking the time to have this interview with us. I can't wait to see you again at America's Cup. It's been 3 times in a row now, so I'm looking forward to seeing you on August 31st, man.
Look forward to that.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So thank you so much again to TopaV for having that interview with us. Congratulations to both of our winners from Group Stage D. It's been a blast talking to you guys and watching your matches, but we've seen quite a few matches over the course of these group stages. Do you guys have a favorite moment from America's Cup thus far?
I know I definitely have a favorite moment. This is going to go back to, I think, a couple weeks ago in Group C. It was the Barian and the Silent match. And it was that match where you saw Samath really
And I loved watching that, so I think that was my absolute favorite moment because those twists and the turns, it was Elucia versus Yanhong.
Back and forth.
And I actually thought that one of the first units that you get in the game had a chance against Yanhong, and that was so cool to watch.
a very memorable moment between those two.
And I remember,
Incredible
calling that match over because it looked really over.
Yeah.
2-on-4, and it wasn't.
It wasn't because you still got the freezes, you got all that turn cycling. Ultimately, Yanhong pulled ahead, but it was such a cool moment to watch. So there have been a lot of awesome highlights through the tournament so far, but we still have the America's Cup proper on August 31st. We don't actually have a bracket for the America's Cup yet, but we're going to remedy that right now. So here's how things are going to work. We've got all of our qualified players represented in one bowl by 8 different capsules. And it's good to note that there's a high seed and a low seed. The red capsules are our high seed, and the silver capsules are the low seed. Makeitabud and Stoic will both remove 1 capsule at a time to make our matchups. All right, guys, are you ready to do this?
Yep.
Is anybody else sweating?
Absolutely ready. Not sweating, but maybe the competitors will be sweating.
All right, guys, go ahead. Take out the first capsule.
All right, let's see what we get
Digging
here.
deep for this one.
All right, Stoic, you want to start us off?
I can
Who's our high
definitely
seed?
start us off. Here
So
we
you
go,
can twist
guys.
it off, and let's see what you get, sir.
What is that? I
No
see a P in
way.
there.
That looks like
Thompson.
Drafted
his guildmate.
Thompson first.
Wow.
He's drafted Thompson first, and Thompson will be playing against Silent. We have an SSA matchup in the first round.
Right off the bat. I
That's
don't think
Right off the bat.
I don't think they're going
Right
to be
off the
happy
bat.
about that.
Well, I'm not sure if they're going to be prepping together anymore for that one.
This is what you get for letting us do the seeding. Okay, guys, you ready to
Oh,
take out
man.
the second
Next
capsule?
one.
Oh, well, you know what? It's like ripping a Band-Aid. The Band-Aid's already gone.
Just rip it off.
See what
Here
we
we
get
go.
here.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
We have
Tiger.
Tiger.
Wow, so Tiger is going to play Thompson or Silent in that first upper part of the bracket. And Tiger is gonna have a rematch versus Dreams Joseph.
Yo!
Last year's matchup, we get to see them early on. So this is a dream come true to see this so early on. Tiger's gonna be able to get revenge on Dreams
Dude,
Joseph.
that's so funny because this is what we were talking to them about during the interviews.
Hilarious. This is the best.
We don't even have to wait for
These
it.
are the best matchups.
And if Thompson
I have to
does
say.
move forward, he gets to go up against Dreams Joseph again.
Exactly.
Right.
If Dreams Joseph wins against Tiger, then Thompson also gets a rematch. So there's a possibility for a double rematch there.
That's right.
Next one.
Next.
Here we go.
Only 2 more.
All right, let's see what we get.
Who's our
We
high seed?
have Michaelyan.
So Michaelyan, Group D's winner. And we have Michaelyan playing against JLN2. So we're going to see Ragdoll and Artemel, but not on the same team.
Not
So
Not this
two
time.
very
Stoic.
overtuned monsters, but just not on the same team here. So we got our last 2.
I think we know
Yeah,
who
we
these
we
last
already
two
know
are.
who it
That
is.
means we know.
But just to be official, we'll open
We'll
it up
crack
and
it
see what we
open.
get here.
And there we go.
Surprise, surprise.
Tree
And
and
TopaV.
what a
Guys.
first match.
What a first
they have.
matchup here. Good luck, TopaV. You got a large hill to climb. Tree is very good. Good luck, Tree, as well.
They say he's got a big
Wha-
tree to climb.
He does.
Yeah.
What a good match up there, though.
Stoic.
All these are great matchups.
Yeah,
to
this is
watch.
going to be a super exciting tournament to watch. So now that we've got something to look forward to, let's take a second to look back on Group Stage D from this past Saturday. Do you guys want to say our favorite monster for this upcoming Monster Minute at
Sure,
the same
let's do it.
time? Let's do it. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Elucia! Yeah, it has to be Elucia, I think. She was a huge surprise for me, but she ended up being very prevalent throughout all the pick ban phases. Do you guys want to tell me a little bit about Elucia?
Well, I can tell you about Elucia. She has that first skill that multi-hits 3 times and has a chance to freeze. She also has that second skill, similar to the Fran, where she's able to cleanse up and do a 25% attack bar boost onto a target as well with a little bit of a heal. That is an attack scaling heal, which is incredible for ATA. And that third skill, where it puts that unit to sleep for 2 turns.
It's important to note, too, that these cooldowns on these skills, on skill 2 is a 2-turn cooldown, and skill 3 is a 3-turn cooldown, meaning if it gets 1 violent proc, it has skills up again, which makes it very effective. On every turn, it is doing something. It's either freezing, sleeping, or healing, attack bar manipulation, and on top of it, a great ventilate target for Ganymede, where you can ventilate it, as we've seen, to get cooldowns up again, and then reboost the Ganny with some attack bar, and then reventilate and proc and whatnot. Just a lot of turn cycling, lots of control, great unit overall.
Yeah, just like Fran, she's very consistent with her skill kit.
Yeah, very consistent and scales well, as you said, into the late game.
That's right. Low cooldowns, always contributing to the match in some way. We saw her go up against a Yanhong in that match with TopaV versus Faint Memory. It was a pretty incredible match to watch. One of the first units you get in the game competing at this high level of play. Was so cool to see, and I always forget about that attack bar boost on the second skill too. It's small, but it's very helpful, and she has 100% activation rate on that third skill too.
Yeah, so
That's
very,
right.
very high activation rate, very useful in controlling Vertihiles, controlling Josephines, and if you proc, you really snowball from there.
Exactly. So what we're trying to say is build one. You likely have one somewhere. Maybe it's in storage, but it's easy to get because this is the Water Fairy. Again, one of the first units you get in the game.
And if you're going to build one, build on Violent, typically Violent Will or Violent Nemesis, Speed, HP, and HP, or Speed, HP with some attack subs, and so this way it can scale into the late game. Typically, G3s run at around 230, 240, 250 speed, maybe higher, but definitely a good support unit early in the game, and later in the game, it's devastating.
All right, guys, thank you for telling us a little bit more about Elucia, and now we've arrived at our final segment where I have 60 seconds to tell you literally everything that happened at Group Stage D last Saturday. This is Summon It Up. All right, I think I'm ready to go. So Truffle Salad 2-0'd TopaV and inadvertently set him off on his hero's journey. There was a lot of foreshadowing in that first match. Meanwhile, in match 2, Michaelyan gave Faint Memory a hard time, and there was way too much sustain to overcome. Michaelyan picked up where Faint Memory left off and sent Truffle Salad to match 5 in Losers Bracket. Then we moved into Losers for what ended up being one of my favorite games of the group stages and one of the most exciting moments in there. TopaV and Faint Memory, thank you for that game. TopaV got his rematch against Truffle Salad, and he gave Salad one win before taking 2 consecutive wins and ultimately the last spot at the America's Cup. That was the end of the group stages, and now we get to look forward to a Say Swag Civil War right off the bat, a grudge match between Tiger and Joseph, a showdown between what are probably the 2 biggest surprises from the group stages, and a match between 2 of the most experienced tournament players out there. Time! Wow! Dude, I got it! All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this last episode of Arena Aftermath before the America's Cup proper on August 31st. It has been such a great run, guys. I've really enjoyed commentating with both of you.
It's been a blast. It's been an adventure. It's been an incredible experience.
Likewise, and I can't wait till we do the live event.
It's going to be awesome. Enjoy your 2 weeks, guys, and we'll see you right back here on August 31st for the America's Cup. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy content like this, maybe consider subscribing to the channel and also scoping out another video from it. We'll be updating a lot, and if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Summoners War content, make sure to follow us on social media, which we have linked in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.